he was the richest man in America, worth more at his death than the entire United States Treasury held in gold. His fortune was larger than anything the young country had ever seen. Yet Cornelius Vanderbilt began with nothing but a single small boat and a ferocious will to win. He could barely read. He had almost no schooling, and he made enemies of nearly everyone he ever dealt with. This is the story of how a poor ferry boy became the Commodore and built the empire that physically connected America. Born in 1794 to a poor family on Staten Island, Vanderbilt quit school at the age of 11. At 16, he borrowed $100 from his mother to buy a small boat and began ferrying passengers and freight across New York Harbor. While his competitors rested, he worked through storms, nights, and holidays, undercutting every rival on price. Even then, he grasped a principle that would define his entire life. Control the route that everyone needs, and you control the money itself. By his 20s, the ferry boy commanded a fleet. Vanderbilt saw the future in steam. He pushed aggressively into steamboats, slashing his fares so brutally that rival operators often paid him simply to stay out of their waters. The press began calling him the Commodore, and the name stuck for the rest of his life. When the California gold rush erupted, he engineered a faster route to the west coast through Nicaragua, beating his competitors by hundreds of miles and millions of dollars. He was already among the wealthiest men in the nation, and he was only just getting started. Then, in his late 60s, an age when most men of his era were long retired, Vanderbilt did the unthinkable. He sold off his beloved ships and bet his entire fortune on a newer, faster technology: railroads. He bought up the chaotic, mismanaged rail lines scattered around New York and ruthlessly fused them into one streamlined, efficient system. He built Grand Central Depot, the ancestor of today's Grand Central Terminal. He linked New York City to Chicago, stitching the eastern half of the United States together with steel and steam. His methods were merciless. When two rivals once schemed to cheat him out of a railroad, Vanderbilt reportedly sent them a short letter that became legend. "Gentlemen, you have undertaken to cheat me. I will not sue you, for the law takes too long. I will ruin you." And he did exactly that. Vanderbilt never chased friends, or popularity, or applause. He chased control, and he seized it, becoming the single dominant force in American transportation. When he died in 1877, Cornelius Vanderbilt was worth around $100 million, more money than was held in the U.S. Treasury at the time. He gave away surprisingly little of it, though a single $1 million gift founded Vanderbilt University in Tennessee. His lesson is one of relentless focus and the rare courage to reinvent. He built one empire on water, then tore himself away from it to build an even greater one on land, at an age when nearly everyone else had quit. Vanderbilt understood what most never learn. Fortunes are not made by playing it safe. They are made by owning what everyone else depends on, and by never being too proud or too comfortable to start all over again.